Hi everyone, it's Natalie. Welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I am answering the questions that you left me on Instagram using the hashtag AskNatty. So welcome to the first installment of Ask Natty. Just so you know, as a side note, Ask Nat and Ask Natalie were hashtags that were already taken on Instagram, so that's why I went with the Ask Natty hashtag, just to let you know. So I got a lot of questions that I am really excited to answer. Some of them were actually very similar, so I'm going to be covering sort of topically the questions that you left me. Right out of the gate, the first question I got from BethLove342 was, what made you have a channel on YouTube? And I got a lot of the same sort of question. Is vlogging something that you'll never give up? What kind of camera and editing program do you use? That was left to me by Megan Mac 86. ELP06C asked, why did you start recording your life and sharing it on YouTube? Andress Girl, how did you first get started on YouTube? I'm interested in starting a channel and I want to know how to get started. Questions all in that whole topic. Why did you start YouTube? What programs do you use? Do you think you'll ever stop? What advice do you have? And to answer all those, I just want to explain my relationship with YouTube to you guys. In a nutshell, I started watching YouTube faithfully when my husband and I got married. I would put them on the Xbox as I would tidy and clean my new little home, and I would watch everything from like housekeeping tutorials to, you know, beauty gurus, to then I got into watching family vlogs. And of course with family vlogs comes like trying to conceive vlogs or like pregnancy tests, and right when I got into watching those was right around the time that my husband and I started talking about and praying about trying for a baby. I hadn't uploaded any videos on YouTube before I got pregnant, and I thought to myself, you know, when I get pregnant, because my husband and I were thinking about starting to try, so I knew that it was in the near future, hopefully. When I get pregnant, I want to start a YouTube channel and just document my pregnancy. And I'm the sort of person who likes to mimic things that I enjoy watching or listening to or participating in. So if someone makes a certain type of video that I just love watching, then I want to make that sort of video too. And so that's sort of how it started for me. I'm a parrot, I'm a mimicker. It's just the creative process for me. If I like something, I want to do it myself. I want to do it in a different way. I want to put the, you know, Natalie fingerprints on it. So I knew that once I got pregnant, once I thought I was pregnant and wanted to take a video of me taking the pregnancy test, I knew that's when it would start. And so I was just sort of waiting around for a few months, and I played with different ideas about like screen names and channel ideas. And so one day while I was tutoring a kid, because I worked as a tutor for a long time, I just wrote down in my notebook, Nat and Wes, well, everyone does someone and someone because it's, you know, married couple or whatever. But our life includes more than just Nat and Wes. What am I gonna do? Nat and Wes and the rest. And I just came up with it and it stuck. And then I got pregnant, thought I was pregnant, took my pregnancy test, recorded my very first YouTube video, and I had my camera the wrong way, and so then I realized that I had to edit it so it looked right, and then it just started, it just took off from there. I, you know, started my YouTube channel and uploaded my videos, and every week uploaded my pregnancy progression. I used this really dinky little Samsung like all-terrain camera. It goes in the water, it's shockproof, dustproof, but it has a really low, like, it's not very wide angle, so it's not great for vlogging. But I documented my entire pregnancy with that camera. Easy to set up on a tripod and all that. And then I got the Canon PowerShot ELPH340HS for Christmas this year when my husband and I started doing daily vlogs. And I really like that camera. And then I have used Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, for a long time because I worked on a film project in high school, and so I ended up getting that program to complete that project. and it's a great program. I like the equipment I use, although I need to upgrade my DSLR camera and I need to upgrade my computer system. And so advice to anyone starting out their YouTube journey, I would say just do it. Don't make videos about things that you're not interested in or have no expertise on. Make videos about things that you love, make videos about things that you're passionate about, and the rest will take care of itself. People know when you know about something. People know when they see a quality video. Get a good camera, get a good editing program, and talk about things that you like. Okay, I'm going to move on to some more like mommy, motherhood related questions. Jillian, Glubke. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Jillian, do you still breastfeed now that the boys are 9 months old? I do still breastfeed them, although it is significantly less than when they were really little babies, because they're eating 3 solid meals a day, which, breastfeeding is a blessing and a burden. It's just like a lot of things in life. Yes, we are still breastfeeding, and my goal is to make it to 12 months with them. Here's a really great question that I really want to answer. It's Jessica_boom. Do you ever miss the freedom you had before having kids? I'm a mom to a 10-month-old, and sometimes I feel like I'm a bad mom because I miss my life before having a baby. I think that life comes in stages. We move from one stage to the next, and some stages are very different from others. When I was just freshly graduated out of high school, I compared my life to what it was like before I was graduated, and I missed things about it. When I just got married, I compared my married life to my pre-married life, and there were things that I missed about it. And then, after I had kids, now I compare my life to what it was before I had kids, and there are things I miss about it. Like being able to finish recording a video and not having a baby squawking in the background. That is a new thing. I miss the freedom of being able just to record anytime, anywhere, and not have to worry about, the ambient noise that is motherhood. Do you hear them back there? I need to go get them. I will finish the answer to this question shortly. And yes, now there are babies and baby toys going on in my living room, but there is a difference between being a mom and life before being a mom, and I think it is very normal to miss elements of what it was like before you had a baby. I think that's natural. I think it's okay. I think that's actually a healthy feeling. It makes us analyze where we're at, and if we, are putting our best foot forward, if we are doing what we're supposed to do. And it feels the same, but I think there's a big difference between comparisons and contentment. If we're just simply, feeling like, I miss the freedom of being able to, having friends call me up and say, hey, you want to meet us down at the beach for a bonfire? And being able to put my sweatshirt on and head out the door and go meet friends for a bonfire. That can't happen anymore. I miss being able to just pick up and go. I think that it's natural to feel a little bit guilty of, having those thoughts like, man, I wish I miss being able to do stuff like that. But we're just comparing our lives. We're just comparing the life that we have now to the life that we used to have. And as long as we're not letting discontentment creep in, I think that it's a very healthy thing to just constantly being evaluating your life and comparing where you're at. There are things that I do definitely miss about not having kids, but the benefits of having kids outweigh the non-benefits, even if sometimes it doesn't feel like that. The reality is that God has given us children for a reason. Children are never a mistake that God made. They are always intended, and they are always a blessing. You just have to, see it from a different perspective sometimes. How old do you want the boys to be until you want to get pregnant again? If you want more kids, do you want more kids? How many kids do you ultimately want? Do you want to have a girl someday? That sort of thing. We want more kids. And we expected that we would have kids close together in age, but we did expect to have twins as the first as the first pregnancy. We want to wait until the boys are at least 18 months old before we start trying for another baby. My chance of conceiving twins again is between 25 and 30%. So the likelihood that I have another twins pregnancy is actually quite high, like 1 in 4 or more than 1 in 4. Would I love to have a girl? Yes, absolutely, but I would be content if I was a boy mom, definitely. I know what it's like to be a boy mom. I am a boy mom. It's all I know, right? We definitely do want to have more kids, maybe 3 or 4 as a total number, but we'll see what God gives us. I have had so much fun answering your questions. I look forward to doing more Ask Natty vlogs in the future. Follow me on Instagram and follow me and my husband on our Twitter page. That's where I'm going to be putting out these Ask Natty vlogs, asking for your questions. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Like this video if you'd like to see more Ask Natty vlogs. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.